For those, yeah, YouTube is where you'll be able to see the articles and stuff. Because we can share the screen on there. So if you want to see the articles and stuff, go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. But yeah, we're about to get into these updates.
There we go.
Mute TikTok.
I did.
Okay.
You hear me? You hear me?
Yeah.
All right.
I see it's an echo though. It's not. It don't say muted on the screen though. Does it say muted? Oh yeah, it do. Okay, I'm tripping. I just couldn't see it. Your shirt real light today. Okay. All right, bet we good. So we live on YouTube. Let me go ahead and share my screen. We'll go over the San Antonio Spurs article first and start there. Okay.
Shout out to the Spurs. All right, so the San Antonio Spurs. San Antonio Spurs signed multi-year jersey sponsorship with Ledger, right? So the San Antonio Spurs, the NBA team, have entered a multi-year jersey patch sponsorship with Ledger, the French-founded digital asset security firm, signaling another major convergence between sports and crypto audiences, right? And then you got I think there's a X video there if you want to show that.
Oh yeah, look like it might be a little ad or something. Okay.
And says it with his chest. There's Wembanyama. 4 blocks for Wemby. Counting and 1. Stolen by Barnes. Hanging, banking, scoring. And another block. Back to back. The cell was all over that from Barnes. Oh, all the way. Keeps hangs, got it. And fouled. Pulling up from downtown. And there's Fox for 3.
Different when you have one too.
Go. Yeah.
Okay, Ledger. Yeah, Ledger making moves in the NBA. So I'd be damned if these NBA niggas don't know what's going on. So for y'all who got friends in the NBA, because I'm sure they came and did a whole little spiel on crypto and told these niggas what was going on. So look, them niggas in the NBA, listen, if they ain't getting in crypto, they're dumb because half of them go broke after they retire within 5 years anyway. So their best bet is to invest. So I hope they understand what's on their jersey. Cause
yeah,
sick of seeing niggas in the NBA go and then they broke about 5 years after they done playing.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
That shit sad as fuck. So, yeah, I'll let you continue though. But yeah, shout out to Ledger though.
Shout out to Ledger, man. It's like the Spurs. If you know anything about the Spurs, they got history in France. You know, from Tony Parker. You know, being from France, and Wembanyama. You know, the guy that they got now, the freakish athlete that they have now. He plays for the Spurs, and he's from France. So they have a big footprint over there in France. So them merging with Ledger made sense for them since they're already over there anyway. So as of yesterday, Tuesday, Ledger's logo is set to appear on the Spurs game day jerseys beginning in the 2025 NBA season. But this collaboration extends far beyond the court. So according to statements from both organizations, the partnership is built on mutual values of performance, integrity, and innovation, aiming to educate global youth communities and how to protect digital assets efficiently. So the deal goes way beyond simple branding. Ledger and the Spurs will collaborate on community outreach, focusing on digital literacy, financial empowerment, and crypto safety. Initiatives are expected to include youth-focused events, educational campaigns, and social media activations that spotlight the importance of controlling one's digital assets, right? For the Spurs, the partnership follows the NBA's broader trend of embracing blockchain, NFTs, and fintech innovation, all while nurturing next-generation fans. The team's youthful and international roster makes it ideal platform to reach emerging digital natives across both sports and the tech spaces. So emphasizing this stance, the CEO described the deal as a pivotal moment that deepens Ledger's ties to American consumers, particularly among younger and digitally native generations. So I remember, I think it was the Dallas Mavericks. They was the first team to start accepting cryptocurrency, for their organization. I think it was Dogecoin. Because remember, Mark Cuban, he a big proponent of crypto and, AI and all this shit. So, now the Spurs is following in the footsteps of the Web3 space. And it makes sense because the OKC, they just won the NBA Finals the other day. And, that's a younger team. They're moving on from the traditional, LeBrons and KDs because they're, obviously getting older. So now they're trying to reach out to a younger audience, and inform them about, the blockchain and, the digital asset space. So it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. I like this though. I like this, San Antonio. I like the whole education. Let's see if they really do it. If it just sound good, if it's wordplay, but it do sound good. All the initiatives that they are expected to include with this.
Right, and it says that here at the end of the article that a meme coin called Snort, Snort SNORT, is a Solana native trading tool that is quickly gaining traction. I guess it's riding the crypto sports momentum. It's a sports token meme. It's called Snort. So listen, not financial advice. I'm just putting it out there.
Advice. I don't know what that is.
I ain't never heard of it. I'm just mentioning it because it was just mentioned in the article. So you may want to do your research.
Yeah, do your own research, not financial advice. No, not financial advice at all. No. Okay, so that's cool. So shout out to the Spurs in that sponsorship with Ledger. That's going to be huge, especially if they stick to their guns and they're not just using wordplay here because it sounds good. But like I said, so I'm sure Ledger done came in and hip these niggas to what the fuck is really going on. Mm-hmm. It's the nigga, the guy that runs Galaxy. Who does he play for? It's not the Spurs, is it? Spencer, I think it's Spencer Dinwiddie.
He plays the last I heard he played for he was bouncing around. I think he was on the Brooklyn Nets or then he got traded from there. I forget what the last team.
Hey, Spencer gonna save a lot of them niggas career like financial lives because he played for the Dallas Mavericks.
Or the Mavericks, okay.
Okay, yeah, so he hip. So he on that's probably why he in Dallas with Mark Cuban because of the crypto shit. So I don't know why I thought it was the Spurs. But yeah, hey, for them niggas that got teammates like that, y'all shouldn't go broke. Y'all ain't got no excuses. Y'all got the plug sitting on your team.
Sitting right there. Because I remember back in 2020, he wanted to get paid in Bitcoin, yo. And that if he would have got paid in Bitcoin back then, that shit would have been crazy amount of money.
Yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, shout out to the Spurs, the NBA. So y'all see all of these big time organizations, all these big companies, huge organizations are getting involved in crypto. So y'all see what's going on. So don't act blind when shit start popping off. Don't act all shocked and shit. This shit been in the works. The next thing I want to go over is the Stronghold play. So Stronghold locks 60 billion SHX in 5-year smart contract escrow using Ceroban. So this is huge for Stronghold because it's gonna basically show stability with the token, just to show y'all that it's not no bullshit. But it says Stronghold is about to announce the launch of a 5-year $60 billion SHX smart contract escrow. The Stellar Network's next generation smart contract platform. This initiative is a foundational shift in how we manage token supply with transparency, predictability, and accountability built directly into the protocol. This lockup is not a short-term action. It's a structural commitment to the SHX ecosystem and its long-term integrity. So that's good. So Stronghold sitting here trying to show y'all that they're here for the long term. This isn't just, we're going to run to $1.60 this run and then, that's it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't hear from us no more. They, y'all know they own 222 labs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, for the long haul, clearly. So if you're not invested in it, you're just a little slow. I'm gonna shut up.
Don't be too mean. Don't be too mean.
I know. It's just mad cheap. To me, anything that was a penny or went below a penny, it was just no excuses, bro. But the SHS escrow mechanism consists of 60 individual accounts, each locking 1 billion SHX in a single smart contract and scheduled to expire on the 15th of every month for the next 5 years. So on the 15th of every month, they're going to lock up 1 billion SHX in a single smart contract. It says this contract is deployed using functionality, ensuring that the expiration mechanism is backed into code, no hidden levers. It says after each monthly expiration, unused SHX will not re-enter circulation. Instead, any remaining balance is rolled back into the escrow and relocked to expire every 5 years from that point. This creates a perpetual rolling escrow ladder that balances flexibility with firm guardrails. And then they go into why they built it. So for supply discipline, on-chain transparency, and then long-term commitment. So what's next is with the full 60 billion SHX now locked in the first expiration schedule, the escrow ladder is live. So it's already live, y'all. In the months ahead, we will launch a public dashboard to track escrow status, rollovers, and usage. Man, if you actually do the math, I think some people on X actually did the math when this news came out that they were gonna do this. And I want to say, as Stronghold in the next 5 years look like it's gonna be at a decent price. So now to me, Stronghold has turned into I was gonna sell it this run to I think I'm gonna keep half of it. Keep half of it just to see the long-term growth. Because it looks like this is gonna be this asset is gonna go crazy soon.
Right. And shout out to my man Zoe, because he always mentioned those Soraban contracts and stuff like that. They also partnered with Nacha, Stronghold, well, for payments and stuff. So keep that in the back of your mind.
Some ACH payments. That's what I'm telling y'all. Some ACH payments. Y'all better pay attention. Y'all better lock in.
Yeah, man. So it's important. It's important to understand that this is bigger than you can imagine, fam. And listen, we about to hit that move. That next leg up is gonna be serious, fam. Be serious. So get on it now. Like these companies that we're talking about, Stronghold, Ledger, like if you don't know nothing about them, stop everything that you're doing today and get on it today.
Yep. We can get into this.
What's that?
Yeah. This XRP Ledger one.
XRP. Oh, the update.
Yeah. Matter of fact, we're going to Arthur Britto first. Here, I'll let you read this one. Here you go.
All right.
All right, there you go.
All right. So what does it say? Ripple's reclusive co-founder Arthur Britto resurfaces after 13 years. This joker been offline for 13 years, or he been quiet for 13 years online.
So just to kind of tell y'all who he is, he's the guy that said XRP's minimum price is going to be $10,000. So that's why the XRP community got hyped when Arthur popped back out, because he was the guy that said that XRP's minimum price would be $10,000. And he kind of backed it up with some stuff. So that's why the XRP community was going crazy when he popped back out. But to me, that's just hype. I feel like they just trying to keep everybody in the token. They don't want people to sell it. So I just feel like they just be doing a little marketing shit. That's why David Schwartz went and tweeted like this is, you know what I'm saying, this is legit type shit. I be feeling like sometimes I do be feeling like XRP be doing that because they know the community getting tired and they got to keep people in this token. Because they know this shit taking way too long. It is, but like I ain't gonna lie, I'm holding XRP and I'm holding it till death do us part. But I am sick of fucking holding it. I'm not gonna lie, like I am sick of it. The shit getting on my nerves. But I know the tech, so I'm like cool, you know what I'm saying. But it does get exhausting, so that's why I'm not really excited about this Arthur Britto shit. Me personally, I think a lot of influencers like me and T like, okay, this really don't mean nothing. But Coin Speaker got an article on it, so I'll let D read it. That's why I ain't reading it, because I really don't give a fuck. I don't really give a fuck. Don't get too shit.
Arthur Britto, one of the original minds behind Ripple and XRP Ledger, has made his first public post in over a decade. So on Monday, Britto shared a simple emoji on his X account, which has been inactive since his creation in August of 2011, right? And basically what he tweeted was emoji face with no mouth. So just the eyes, right? And then a few hours later, David Schwartz, the CTO of Ripple, pretty much responded to that saying, I can confirm this was not a hack or compromise, right? I guess when people was like, yo, Arthur, you got to say something. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you put, you got to say something. You know what I mean? It's just playing games, yo. You're playing games. So Arthur, along with Schwartz and Jed McCaleb, you already know, like, don't nobody be talking about Jed McCaleb. He be in the background. He be moving around a lot. Because he formed Mt. Gox, which was the first Bitcoin exchange, Jed McCaleb. They co-created the XRP Ledger back in 2012. And he played a key role in establishing what later became Ripple Labs. Initially named Newcoin, the project evolved into OpenCoin before taking on the Ripple brand. It's interesting to note that Brittle never spoken publicly, has no known photographs, and avoids all interviews. So David Schwartz previously stated that Brittle is a very real person, but intensely private, right? So I don't know. Maybe Arthur Brittle is. Maybe he's AI. Maybe he's AI. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's some.
But do you know what he built? I would be like y'all would never know who I was.
Right. Ain't no photographs, ain't no pictures of this guy. Like there gotta be a picture of him somewhere.
If I was him, like if y'all understood the magnitude of what they built on an XRP ledger with XRP and what it's gonna be used for, I would not want my name out there or face either. Not my face, because that's crazy.
Right.
No, I'm cool.
No, that's true. That's true. It's a lot of people would. It's a lot. Ripple's team has described him as a dedicated introvert who prefers to contribute from behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Ripple's name has appeared in legal documents, including Ripple's ongoing SEC lawsuit and the 2015 California case where he sued McCaleb for breaching their agreement by launching Stellar using Ripple's code base. So Jed McCaleb breached their contract, started Stellar, said, F y'all, I'm gonna start Stellar, a nonprofit, and y'all can do what y'all want to do, but I'm gonna still use the code base or whatever, the foundation for it. And then they talk about XRP's price outlook, and then there's some guy named what's his name, Edward Farina, talking about $2 is the equivalent of buying Bitcoin below $100. I don't know if you want to play that video.
Let me see. I got you.
Welcome everyone. Over and over, XRP holders are getting wiped out. This video I'm going to address one fatal mistake that's repeated by thousands of XRP holders. This is something I already did in the past, back in 2019 and 2020, always losing. In this video, I'm going to address how you can get over this terrible mistake that's going to bring mental peace to yourself so that you just protect your bags and don't end up doing one of the mistakes that I have done in the past, and thousands of XRP holders are still doing it to nowadays. So let's get started. The mistake I am talking about, and I talk from experience, who never had that thought, right? Sell your XRP bags because you predict the markets are going to crash or anything like that, to buy back when XRP drops 60, 70% or even 30%. If you are planning to do that, I don't recommend you, and I have seen a lot of people doing this mistake, especially last week when XRP dropped below $2. I have to admit, even I was expecting we could drop further. In fact, I did a video telling everyone to set some buy orders. But just like that, everything changed very quickly. The geopolitical game has changed overnight, and right now the markets are green. So everyone who sold XRP at 190 or 195, they are now crying. I have seen hundreds of people that were expecting the markets to crash that did this fatal mistake. Now they're waiting on for a dip. This might be the last time XRP was below $2. We can't really know with such an asset that is so unpredictable. Just yesterday, one of the three architects of the XRP Ledger breaks silence over a decade, and we haven't heard of him, and now he's back. Arthur Britto, the man himself. There are nearly 2,000 NDAs from Ripple with central banks and financial institutions all around the world, and you are taking the risk to sell XRP because you think it's going to crash 20% or 30%. Can we even call it a crash? Well, I don't think so. Hear me out. These markets are designed to make retail investors lose.
Them NDAs is
especially
crazy.
If you are acting out of
emotions. That's a lot of NDAs, man.
You think I never did this mistake in the past? Back in 2020, I know this idea is always in the mind. If you appreciate XRP, if you truly understand the potential of this digital asset, you always thinking, I want to increase my bag. So it's kind of logical that you want to sell at $2.40 and buy back at $1.90. That's the perfect scenario. But let me tell you something. I even run a private trading group. I'm also a trader, but I'm not trading my main bag, so don't get me wrong. But I will tell you, it's extremely difficult to time the markets.
So I'll stop it right there because that video is about 7 minutes long. But yeah, he made some good points. The NDAs is crazy though, and Paige just said in the comments, everyone forgets about the NDAs. They don't form those because they are shy. Exactly. Exactly. Now them NDAs really mean something. That's why y'all don't really people be trying to figure out like, no, you don't have proof that it's gonna do this and blah blah. Bro, when these NDAs is up, a lot of y'all haters about to be feeling crazy, bro. Y'all about to be feeling crazy. And people who sold early, you made a mistake. You fucked up. Oh, D phone must be ringing. Let me see. So yeah, that was pretty much it on that article. But yeah, Arthur Brito popped back out pretty much. So for y'all that don't know, he was one of the architectures or something on the XRP Ledger. He's the guy that is they pretty much have proof of him saying like, you know, the minimum price for XRP is gonna be $10,000. So that's why I tell y'all to kill the noise for those influencers out here. I won't say names because I'm just not into the drama part of this because it'd be grown men on the internet arguing. But you don't need 50,000 XRP. If you got 50,000 XRP, great. If you don't, great. However many you have is good. Okay. Arthur Brito is one of the ones, and he backed it up with facts. And if you think about XRP's use case, it doesn't make sense for it to be below $10,000 for the amount of money that it has to move. So, you know, if you got 500 tokens, 1,000 tokens, 20,000 tokens, 15,000 tokens, if you don't have 50,000 tokens, don't let influencers on the internet tell you you don't have enough XRP or blah blah blah. Like, no, especially if you're diversified. If you got XRP, XLM, XDC, HBAR, you're diversified and you got a bag in all of those, bro, you're good. Please don't let certain influencers get on this here internet. Because, like, a lot of them, okay, like, y'all got lucky you got in 2016, 2017 when XRP was mad cheap. So that's another thing. They got in. So that's why I want some of them to shut up. I really want to say his name, but I'm not. I really want them to shut the fuck up. Because, bro, if you got in 2017 when XRP was sub, like, a penny, like, you better have 50,000 XRP tokens. You better. Why the fuck wouldn't you? You got in 2016, 2017. Like, you should have that many tokens. So they got in mad early. So them like, oh yeah, if you don't got 50,000, you like, bro, you didn't have to pay what people got to pay to get to 50K. Some people got to spend 15, 20 bands to get 50,000 tokens, even if they had got it at, let me see, if you had got it at the 30-cent range, that would have cost you still a lot of money to get to 50,000. Even if you had got in, yeah, let's just say if you got in at 20 cent, it would have cost you a lot of money to get to 50,000 tokens still, in my opinion. I mean, some of y'all got it like that. If you can pull out 20,000 to throw in an asset real quick, then cool. But 50,000 tokens, don't beat yourself up. I just been seeing it a lot on my timeline, and it's discouraging a lot of people, or it's making people want to sell because they don't have 50,000. It's like, bro, stop listening to idiots, bro. A lot of these niggas.
Somebody, they saying his name over on YouTube.
They are. A lot of these. Yeah, bro. Y'all should be able to scope out a narcissistic asshole, because that's what the fuck he seems like on the internet. As angry as he be, he like he the only influencer that done read articles. Like, bro, we done all read this shit. We all been reading this shit for years.
Yeah, still reading.
We all been reading this shit, gang. That's why I be laughing. It's funny to me, but all I'm saying is y'all don't beat yourself up about 50,000 tokens, because I be seeing it. A lot of people hit me up from that post. That's why I'm bringing it up. A lot of people was hitting me up because they was kind of discouraged. Like, I don't have nowhere near 50,000. Like, bro, you're good. Bro, we know the token's gonna be more than. I'm gonna shut up. Just, you're good, okay? You're good. Stop. Don't listen to the narcissistic assholes, okay? All right, we can move on. And trust me, this ain't nothing I wouldn't say that was face, because the nigga does not scare me whatsoever. None of these influencers scare me. Anything I say on this internet, I will say in real life to your face. So. Because I really ain't here for the internet shit. I'm just here because I feel like God made me a vessel to help spread the word. I'm just trying to do my due diligence while I got breath in my body and move the fuck on. Because trust me, I tell D all the time, I do not fuck with this planet. So the moment I get called home, it's deuces. I'm just here playing my part. So I don't give a fuck about that nigga. don't give two shits.
And I think it just showed a chart like Ripple Van Winkle, who's a heavy crypto researcher on X. He literally said $10 by the end of the year, before the end of the year.
Yeah.
So he showed the chart, the trajectory. So yeah.
We got somebody in here. He definitely unhinged. No, he is. If you think you're gonna be a millionaire with 1,000 XRP, narrow pathetic. I'm no one's listen. This is how you know some of y'all niggas is not hustlers. I don't care if you come up 50,000, 20,000, 100,000. I've seen niggas be able to flip $20,000 into $1 million to $2 million to $3 million, start legit businesses and do well in life. You don't need, if they don't become a millionaire off of the XRP, they can start a business. They can do something. They can earn yield and earn income every month. Like, people have to start somewhere. All I'm telling people is to not beat themselves up because they can't get 50,000 tokens. Everybody can't afford to get 50, especially at this point. The fucking token's $2. Have you seen the economy? People don't got it, bro. People don't got it, but that don't mean not to buy it because you can't get 50,000. You're just a complete asshole. So, but in my opinion, bro, didn't say that. I just said it, motherfucker. Who is this? I'm on one today. We can do that.
Yo, man, we got time. We're gonna be up here for
Like, I just fucking said it. I've been said it. I'm just telling people.
Joker said to say.
I never said you're gonna be a millionaire with 1,000. Listen, this is my whole thing, okay? If Arthur Brito is correct, since that's what we were talking about, this is where this came up from. If Arthur Brito is a real person, is not AI, if Arthur Brito is correct, if he really is an architect from the XRP Ledger, right? And he's telling people that the minimum of XRP is $10,000. Do you see this? The narrow pathetic, because you are pathetic. 10,000, and if they got 1,000 tokens, that's $10 million, asshole. Fuck off my goddamn comments. Where is Sid at? You lucky Sid ain't in here. You lucky Sid not in here. So if Arthur Brito, and I'm just going off of Arthur Brito, I don't know if the nigga's real or not. I'm just telling you that was why he got famous. That's what people know him for. It's because he said 10,000 at minimum. If that's gonna happen, cool. But that to me, that means you don't even understand the technology, because really, you know what? I'm gonna leave that to T. Kurt, Quincy Jones to explain the tech. Because if you sit here and believe XRP can't go to 10,000, you're retarded. Because if damn, I said the R word, we might get taken down. But if Bitcoin can go to 100,000, what can XRP really do? Like, so. That's the part. Like, that's my whole thing.
At one time, Bitcoin was fractions of a cent.
Yeah, because that just shows delusion. Like, if Bitcoin can go to $100,000, you're delusional if you think an asset with utility can't do the same thing. Like, that's fucking delusional. If they're working with central banks, we just told y'all 7,500 NDAs that the banks that they can't nobody talk about. So if you sitting here believing like, oh, only Bitcoin can go to 100K, like, you're delusional. You're a little slow. In my opinion, you're a little slow. Yeah. You're a little slow. Anyway, we're gonna move on to this Chainlink news, because that's some big news with Chainlink with Mastercard.
Okay. Shout out to Chainlink.
Yeah. Here we go. Chainlink surges 14% after partnering with Mastercard to bring 3 billion users direct access to crypto. Oh, so you finally said the quiet thing out loud. BTC hit 100K. Why not XRP? Yeah, everybody gets pretty delusional when that comes up. They act a little slow. But anyway, Chainlink, because this is a big one. Chainlink is still, I would, look into Chainlink, do your homework. Here we go. Chainlink has announced a new partnership with Mastercard to make crypto purchases easier and more secure for mainstream users, according to a July 24th statement. It says the collaboration will allow over 3 billion Mastercard holders worldwide to buy digital assets. That's crazy. 3 billion? 3 billion with a B.
3 billion.
3 billion. On chain. What'd you say?
I said Billy. Yeah, Billy.
Yep. So this marks a significant step forward in integrating traditional finance with blockchain infrastructure. So here we go. We merging TradeFi with blockchain. So let me see. Let me just get to the good juicy part. Who was this? Oh, here goes. This is Mastercard's vice president. He said that there's no doubt about it. People want to be able to easily connect to the digital assets ecosystem and vice versa. That's why we continue to leverage our proven expertise in global payments network to bridge the gap between on-chain commerce and off-chain transactions. So yeah, this is. I feel like they pretty much gonna simplify this and start putting this shit on the cards so that people can just easily access their digital assets. But yeah, this is huge from Chainlink. I don't know if you want to read the rest of this, D, but yeah. I think this was a big deal.
Hold on, let me pull it up. I need to map it up. No, this is huge. It's huge for Chainlink only because what did they say? The initiative. So this initiative relies on a group of integrated partners to provide a regulated and smooth transition process. One of the key players, Zero Hash. Remember, Zero Hash was the thing that powered the Coinstar machine. Zero Hash, which delivers the core infrastructure needed to convert fiat into crypto, right? Because at the Coinstar machine, you can convert, your fiat, the coins or whatever, into crypto, offering compliance, custody, and smart contract execution. If you go to zerohash.com, you'll see they say we're the future of banking, we're the future of Web3, we're the future of this and that, right? It also serves as the liquidity provider for these conversions. So Chainlink added that the Shift4 payments handles card processing, while Swapper Finance powers the front-end user interface. Meanwhile, the system also leverages XSwap, which is a decentralized exchange built on Chainlink's interoperability standards. This exchange sources liquidity from the DEX pools like Uniswap to finalize swaps on-chain, right? These collaborations enable users to perform fiat to crypto transactions in a secure, compliant environment without requiring them to leave the user-friendly interface or of traditional financial tools. Chainlink co-founder, right, described the initiative as a critical step in bringing DeFi closer to real-world users. DeFi, Queen, this is exactly why we're doing the digital assets made simple class this week, fam. DeFi. He noted that connecting Mastercard's vast user base to on-chain traditional environments aligns with Chainlink's broader mission to bridge traditional and decentralized systems. Quote, this was a complex and multi-layered collaboration, and this is the type of traditional finance and decentralized finance convergence that Chainlink was built to make possible. So basically just they combining the two worlds, fam.
Yep.
On-chain, off-chain, in between.
They finna simplify. I'm telling you, they finna simplify it. It's about to be crazy.
Exactly. And that was the end of that.
Shout out to Chainlink and Mastercard, man. That's gonna be crazy. That's crazy. 3
that
billion users, direct access to crypto. Yeah, it's on. It's about to be go time because they got the, I'm saying, they got the back end stuff done. So it's about to be go time.
So Chainlink, and then what you call it? The president, Trump.
Yeah, he working with Chainlink too.
Yeah. He working with Chainlink.
That's why I said do your homework on Chainlink. We ain't financial advisors, but do your homework. We just showing and telling.
No, we're not financial advisors at all. We just looking at the same articles you looking at right now. That's it. That's all. That's it.
Man. Share this. The XRP Ledger's new upgrade. We got that one.
Oh, okay. All right. So XRP is upgrading.
Somebody said, will it be a CBDC? I think the stable coins are the CBDC. It's pretty obvious to me, but
CBDC, yeah.
They just changed the name. Everybody found out about the CBDC, so they just went and changed the vocabulary. We're gonna change the vocabulary. That's all they did. That's my opinion, though. That's my opinion. But
baskets of currency. Who that deal with that? The BIS? Yeah. Shout out to Zoe. I think there's something I want to send you too, but I'll send it to you after I read this. So XRP's Ledger new upgrade looks to fuel institutional interest for the network, right? So I'm telling you, every day is like more and more either Ripple, XRP news every day, fam. So this update introduced a suite of upgrades designed to enhance the network performance, support enterprise-grade functionality, and strengthen regulatory compliance. So market observers noticed that the update reflects Ripple's broader push to position the XRPL as a viable alternative to Ethereum and Solana for smart contract and token-based application, right? So what's the upgrade? The upgrade introduces batch transactions, token escrow, and permission decentralized exchanges, DEXs, and permission delegation. One of the standout features is transaction batching, which allows multiple operations to be executed within a single atomic transaction. This is especially valuable for enterprises handling airdrops, payroll, or large-scale token distributions. Wow, this is big. Token escrow capabilities have also expanded. The feature now supports trust line-based tokens and multi-purpose tokens, enabling users to implement time-based or conditional asset releases, which are ideal for vesting and DeFi applications. DeFi. In parallel, the new permission DEX, decentralized exchange, right, function lets network participants restrict trading access to meet compliance standards, a critical component for the financial institutions entering the blockchain space, right? Because we're gonna talk about it a little later, but Powell said the banks, y'all can do what y'all want to do when it comes to crypto. We don't care no more. We're not gonna block y'all. So that's why these permission DEXs are going to be critical as well. Meanwhile, another key upgrade is the permission delegation system, which provides security and operational clarity for token issuers. Issuers can delegate specific transactions permissions to designate accounts while maintaining complete on-ledger transparency and auditability, right? So just more transparency. This change allows the more flexible business structures to separate roles without compromising control of security. Ripple X developers say that the feature could support MiCA compliance, right? Stablecoin operations, treasury management, and controlled DeFi access. So these upgrades land as XRP, the blockchain's network's native token, sees institutional demand. So yesterday, the CME group revealed that both XRP and micro XRP futures, which launched on May 19th, have gained rapid traction. Within the first month, the two products generated $542 million in trading volume involving institutions and several retail platforms. It further that open interest reached 70.5 million, which significantly the activity from the ETF issuers, institutional players, and retail traders. And then they show you a chart about the first month of activity with the XRP futures and yada, yada, yada. And it just went up. It went up crazy. Like if you look at the chart, I don't know if you're showing the chart, but if you look at that chart in that article, it went up crazy. This is over the past month.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man. We in the mix. So it says interestingly, about 45% of the trading volume originated from markets outside of the United States and Canada. This global participation suggests a global appetite for XRP exposure and reflects the token's maturing role for institutional portfolios.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, I know Paige said token escrow of multi-use tokens.
Yep.
So point his comment out. But but you see who they working with right here.
So they want to be a viable alternative to Ethereum and Solana.
Everything's gonna operate off that XRPL, Ethereum, all that's gonna be operating off the XRPL.
And they mentioned those trust lines. They mentioned those trust lines too. You can get those trust lines for assets on the Xamin wallet, or however you pronounce it.
Yeah, and then the Ripple developer said the feature could support MiCA compliance, stablecoin operations, treasury management, and controlled DeFi access. There was a nigga in the comments laughing because he really think that this token ain't going to 10,000. Some of y'all slow. I don't think y'all realize how much money is in the world. Like how much, like y'all really got to get out of the twilight zone, bro. Like this is a new system. I think everybody is still basing their logic off of TradeFi, and it's like traditional finance is over. Everything is going digital, which means it's an infinite amount of money now because it's digital. You know what I'm saying? Like they're going to be moving quadrillions of dollars. I just don't get how people can still be walking around here being that slow, especially if you're in crypto and you're coming across these numbers, you're seeing this stuff, and you're just like, oh, it's not going to make it past $12. Like, you're an idiot. Like,
you know is people being in the space.
That's why I can't wait for them NDAs to be up so idiots can shut the fuck up, bro. I can't wait till they lift the NDAs and these banks can start talking and telling people what the fuck is really going on. Like, please lift. I don't know when the NDAs is up, but please lift the NDAs, gang. Please lift the NDAs and let's get this show on the road, because at this point you just sick of like running into idiots.
It's all good because we've been here for a while, so we bought below these levels. So hypothetically.
Well, yeah, if you've been rocking with us, you forever in profit, so we good. That's why I don't be tripping. Like, these little dips that's been happening on my portfolio still green, so I'd be like, oh damn, it definitely pays to be early. Oh yeah, definitely got to ignore them. Definitely ain't worried about them. You know, it's just when people come in my DM with concerns because you got influencers or people here on this internet talking crazy and they don't really know what they're talking about.
And these are the same people that got a bag or two or three.
And I want to say yesterday, what's his face on? You know, EYL got me blocked. So the only time I see their little clips is when somebody post them. What'd you say?
I said when somebody else posts them.
Yeah, when somebody else posts them. You know, y'all know I don't get to see EYL stuff. I don't give a fuck to see it any goddamn way. But shout out to 901. Let me go to his page real quick. Y'all know I'll be laughing at them niggas.
It was blocked queen, fam.
He blocked me, gang.
And you call them out. You call them to the carpet, fam.
It's really Rashad. I don't got a problem with the other two niggas. It's really just Rashad, dumbass. Let me see. 901 posted it, I think, yesterday. Niggas still talking crazy about XRP. Like, we ain't got clips of you telling people you got a bag of it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Rashad got a whole bag of XRP and get on EYL and talk crazy about the token. Like,
talk mad crazy about it.
Oh, mad crazy about XRP and got a bag.
It's not doing nothing.
Like the joint went to $2 in the span of what, a month, and niggas still was talking trash. I don't get it, bro. I can't even find the video right now. I think maybe 901 deleted it. Hold on, because it was in my mentions. Oh, here it is. Hold on, found it.
XRP Rashad, what XRP did you?
What XRP did it? You heard Ian? hold on, dude. You heard Ian?
Oh, XRP Army. Rashad, what XRP did you?
Listen to this idiot, bro.
One day. Let's have a conversation now. Go ahead. Well, you know, the XRP enthusiasts, they're very passionate. And, you know, they, for some reason, decided to just, you know, go crazy on me a few months ago. Because you antagonize them every month. That's why. I'm just XRP is under $2 right now. All I'm saying is that when, okay, the court case is going, okay, the CEO.
The court case is not gone.
Okay,
he's an idiot.
When are we going to have XRP reach $10,000? Oh, that's never. But I can see 10.
Damn.
I look at 10 years. Yeah. Even that is like still far-fetched at this point. When
see what I'm saying?
That's all I'm saying. Well, the same way XRP got derailed is similar to how Jack Dorsey and Square got derailed.
Damn.
This is what we're dealing with. Y'all. And they look like us.
And they're like, oh man, yeah, I gotta stay away from that shit.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Jesus. You
did the old grandmama Jesus.
I have to, y'all, because y'all gotta understand, like, these people have a huge platform. Okay, y'all gotta think they're the first ones to go mainstream that look like us about investing, just getting into investing. So for them to get on the internet and use that platform, and Rashad to get up there, and this is how you know, like, either Rashad literally just innocently doesn't know the tech and he ain't really did the research past, it's going to 10,000. Like if he's only been reading the hype beats post and he's never sat down and watched the Quincy Jones whiteboard or a T whiteboard or a T and Kurt live or any of that, just to kind of understand what XRP is and why people are so big on it. It's just like, nigga, don't talk about it because you're not informed enough to be speaking on an asset that you're not really too fond of. You don't really know. You can't explain the tech. Like if you really don't know it, don't be talking about it like that. Like me personally, I don't even go into the technical side of it. I give y'all sources and reroute y'all to tell y'all where to go. But you're never gonna hear me sit around, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know all that shit Quincy and them be saying. But I understand the algorithm and moving money to central banks, moving money around, and converting currencies, like and interoperability and all of that stuff. Like I get that part of it. Like I get the basics. I get it enough to know that it's a big fucking deal. So, but to me, it's just like, bro, your platform is too big. The asset is going to be too big of a deal for you to have sat here and we sitting here screen recording all your little clips. All your little clips of you talking crazy. We sitting here and it's like, bro, you just misled a whole bunch of people that need this opportunity, bro. Like, let's just be realistic. We didn't have the 400-year head start. So it's just like, bro, these people are demons to me because you have to have a demonic spirit to willingly mislead a group of people that desperately need this come up. So I just don't respect it. And that's just me personally. Like I said, the other two niggas, Ian and them, whatever. But Rashad, nah, that's that nigga. He need to come in a Jesus moment because that shit is sad.
I don't think it's gonna age well.
No, it won't age well at all. It won't age well at all. And if this platform blows up, I'm gonna make sure niggas know, like, no, that nigga misled y'all. Just always remember that. You can't trust that nigga. You can't trust niggas that will mislead a whole, race of people. That's crazy.
Damn.
Just say it won't.
The ancestors was when you said that Jesus. All I heard was my grandmama. All I heard was my nana. That's the paradise, nana.
Rest in paradise to my granny, because that's what she are. That's all she would have said is Jesus. Lord have mercy on his soul. Lord have mercy on his soul, because that man is wrong. Oh, he wrong as hell. Oh, they just be so wrong. So yeah, like I said, they blocked me, and I don't give a fuck. I didn't watch the niggas anyway. I respect what they did, putting people on to invest in the stocks and all that. Just giving people that look like us an investor mindset. I will always respect them for that. But crypto, I want them to shut the fuck up, because crypto is not like stocks. So, and I think that's where the confusion lies. I just really like, if you're really not into crypto, bro, like, just shut up. Just continue to talk about the stock market and stuff. But don't forget to mention to your audience about tokenization, because y'all be leaving that part out too. How stock's gonna be tokenized on the blockchain. Y'all don't talk about that part either. But other than that, I got mad respect for them niggas. Like, shout out to them niggas and what they did. But just don't be out here misinforming and misleading. That's the part that's fucked up. So.
No, that's wild.
Okay, we got some clips. Real quick. So yeah, they had a hearing yesterday. Let me get off my little soapbox. They had a hearing yesterday with Jerome Powell, Cynthia Lummis, Congress, all them was there, talking about digital assets and the market structure legislation. So I'm gonna play a clip from Lummis. Let me share my screen to YouTube. 1 second. All right, that way y'all can see this. All right, we got a clip from Lummis. I'm gonna play the Lummis clip first. So this one is just Cynthia Lummis. She says Congress is crafting clear and innovative digital asset market structure legislation. So I just want to.
So we released those principles this morning.
My bad. Y'all know I just want to give y'all an update on where Congress is with legislation, because that's the most important part of this. We got to get this done so we can get to the money-ons. So here we go.
So we don't want to lose momentum. Today's hearing is going to focus on the need for digital asset market structure legislation and the themes that the Senate Banking Committee will need to consider in the coming weeks. So to avoid some of the bumpiness that we experienced in getting through the process with stablecoins, we're going to start the market structure component of digital asset regulation with some general guidelines and principles governing the committee's consideration of bipartisan market structure legislation. So we released those principles this morning. They were signed by Chairman Scott, Tillis, Haggerty, and myself.
Get off your fucking phone and start taking care of yourself.
I know that's right.
Facts. That's okay. That's okay. With the message.
My guy, bro. That's my guy. That's why that shit popped up on my algorithm. My bad, y'all. I got another clip from, this is Visa. That's my guy. Chill, D. Chill. All right, we got the banks are free to provide banking services to the crypto industry. So Greenlight, okay. Here we go. Let me play
work to regulate stablecoin, in particular. A real opportunity to dollarize. The full activities supervision program was ended, in which there were several statements on digital asset related risks that deterred bank involvement. In particular, you in the Fed and others, the Fed have spoken positively about the House and Senate work to regulate stablecoin, in particular. A real opportunity to dollarize the globe and be a significant purchaser of U.S. Treasuries. Following that action by the Fed, have you seen an identifiable shift in banks or other regulated entities as relates to engagement in the digital asset space?
You know, I wouldn't be the one to be picking that up first, but what I do see is a very significant change in the tone. And it really does reflect evolving thinking and the evolving status of the crypto industry. And I would expect over time we'll see more activity.
How is the Fed evaluating and overseeing banks or other regulated entities that are in the digital assets or crypto space?
So our view is that banks get to decide who their customers are. That's not our decision. And so banks are free to provide banking services to the crypto industry, to crypto companies. Banks are also free to conduct crypto activities as long as they do.
Hold on. I think y'all missed it. I'm going to go back.
I would expect over time we'll see more activity.
How is the Fed evaluating and overseeing banks or other regulated entities that are in the digital assets or crypto space?
So our view is that banks get to decide who their customers are. That's not our decision. And so banks are free to provide banking services.
He said that's not our decision. So he basically saying our hands is out of it. Y'all go do what y'all want to do.
Mm-hmm. To the crypto industry, to crypto companies. Banks are also free to conduct crypto activities as long as they do so.
That's the part y'all got to catch. Conduct crypto activity. So basically you finna be able to buy digital assets through your bank. So these exchanges, Coinbase and Uphold, Kraken, they gonna be banks. You feel me? They about to be crypto banks. They finna expand. Watch. It's about to be crazy. These banks are like, we told y'all, we talked to a banker that owns banks who went to the Federal Reserve. They had meetings. They gotta custody crypto. They gotta have a marketing strategy and all this shit. They told them to have all this shit done before July. How you gonna help your customers get into digital assets and all that. So all the banks gotta have all this shit. So the banks they ain't even showed y'all everything that they really got going on with crypto. But they getting ready to unravel all of that.
In a way that is protective of safety and soundness.
Ladies and gentlemen, bubbles have 3.
There you go. So that's I just wanted y'all to hear it from the horse's mouth. So that was Jerome Powell, for those that didn't know. That was your Fed chair telling you that the banks have the green light. The banks can conduct crypto activities.
Nah, absolutely. And to add on, shout out to Zoe because he sent me this yesterday. The BIS, which is the central bank above all the central banks, they just dropped this yesterday with the little video. What does that say?
That's on YouTube though, so they ain't gonna be able to hear it. But the BIS Economic Report 2025, the next generation monetary and financial system. So yeah, the BIS is letting niggas know as well.
Yeah. So when you get a chance, you know what I'm saying, keep that video out. I'm gonna put that in the Telegram as well.
So throw that in the telly. They can watch that. But we do got a update from Eleanor, I believe, on what is this? The Genius Act in market structure. Here we go. Yep, found it. This is the tweet right here. So just now on CNBC, Loomis just told Joe Squawk that she hopes the Senate can work with the House to figure out a path forward for both market structure and the Genius Act. So basically, they want to combine them. So she then said, now I'm saying combine them, but they both need to pass this year. We said it months ago. Boy, y'all better give us our credit. Boy, we said that simultaneously. They want both of these bills done at the same time. Really get done, I don't know, but it would make sense to combine them, get them both done, get both of them on Trump's desk at the same time. That is what they're doing. That's why the lawsuit and all that shit, they're giving them to August 15th to get the Ripple lawsuit together. All the shit ties together. That's why I don't know how Rashad can get on his platform and talk shit about XRP when everything is lining up to when they want regulations done. The Ripple case is literally lining up to be done when we get regulations. Like, come on now. We said this shit months ago. So now it's coming out. So there you go. There you have it. So what y'all know is y'all can go back through the lives. We definitely said it months ago.
Yep. I mean,
proof is in the content. Look, proof is in the content. I ain't got nothing to prove at this point. Proof is in the content. But yeah, so that sounds good to me. I would love them to combine it and pass both of them at the same fucking time. Like, but she did say, I'm not saying combine them, but they both need to pass this year. No, we combining them. Get it done. Y'all ain't got shit else to do.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, shout out to Johnny Lakers for the super chat for sure.
Appreciate you, Gangy.
Keeping it real. You already know we gotta keep it real. You know what I'm saying? As far as with this space and everything like that, like it's just too much news. It's too much to just go over your head and just be like and just dismiss it. Your entire financial system is changing, and people still don't know. People still are like, oh well, what that got to do with me? Mm-hmm. They just don't see it as an importance. But they're gonna know soon enough.
Paige said tag them as a matter of national security, fast track them. That's all they gotta do. Emergency regulations, national security. Yeah, we got to. For sure. It's hard to get stuck, guys, to think outside of market cap. Oh yeah, for sure. That's why I want them to shut the fuck up about crypto. That's why. Because it's got a different mentality, different mindset, especially if you deep in the stocks. Like, that's why it's like, it's cool you deep in the stocks, that's cool, but it's like, it's not, crypto is not the same. Like, y'all be coming over here with that stock mentality. Like, keep that 5 and 10% shit over there. Like, 5 to 10% a year on y'all keep that shit over there. That is not what happens over here. Like, we don't be nah. You could have an asset today, put a rack in and wake up tomorrow at about 7-8 bands. That's what happens in crypto. I don't know what the fuck y'all got going over there in the stock market, but
mm-hmm.
Jerome talking right now. He talking again. Aqua's in here. What's good, Aqua?
Jerome busy.
Jerome is busy.
busy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Arizona.
Yeah.
I don't know if we got anybody in here from Arizona, but Arizona, let me send this to you because we was talking about it earlier, but we didn't go into it. Yo, what up, Aquaman? What's going on? Arizona, they passed the bill.
Arizona State won't buy Bitcoin, but is happy to seize and hold it.
Yo, so
who's the governor over there?
Check this out.
Governor.
Check this out. So the Arizona House of Reps passed House Bill 2324 yesterday. Legislation to create the first Bitcoin reserve in the United States, funded solely through seized digital assets. So through seized digital assets, they are funding this. The 34-22 vote, with 4 members not voting, sending the bill to Governor Katie Hobbs. That's the governor over there, Katie Hobbs, who has now 5 business days to sign or veto it. If enacted, the measure would position Arizona as a national pioneer, distinct from New Hampshire and Texas, which recently approved their own state-level Bitcoin reserve using funds. So Arizona's version, by contrast, would draw exclusively from digital assets forfeited in criminal investigation. So you got the criminals stealing from the other criminals. You got the high-level criminals stealing from the low-level criminals. Because when I see that, it's just like, all right, these guys are criminals, but you got the people in the government literally taking from these guys and funding whatever they need to fund. Even my son, he wilding out. He like, yo, that shit crazy. So
Rico.
So under the House Bill 2324, the first $300,000 from each digital asset forfeiture will go to the Arizona Attorney General's office, fam. It's going straight to them. So the remainder will be split 50%, 50% to the AG, right? To the Attorney General, 25% to the general fund, and 25% to the newly created Bitcoin Reserve. A framework explicitly defined in the legislation. Damn.
They criminals, bro, so they'll cease it, but they ain't gonna pass it.
Damn.
They're taking and spend your money though.
Yo, so the reserve must be held in state-approved secure digital wallet. So a state-approved, they got a secure digital wallet. They got their own ledger wallet that's gonna be in a safe in a vault. They're gonna be like, yeah, this is our wallet that's gonna be safe, right? We stole this from the criminals. You know, so we can keep it safe. What we gonna do? That's crazy, fam. That's crazy.
Hey, bro, I would move from Arizona if I was y'all, bro. I would not be fucking around in Arizona. That's some criminal shit. That is crazy. Arizona is crazy. Whoever this governor is sick. He is twisted, bro. He's twisted, gang. This nigga, wow, he's a whole scammer, gang. He just scammed the whole state.
So, fam, while the bill does not mandate annual audits, it does restrict how assets can be liquidated. So they're restricting how it could be liquidated. Any sale or conversion of Bitcoin must occur through state-approved cryptocurrency exchanges or other secure platforms. I mean, that's ambiguous shit. You know what I'm saying? Other secure platforms. However, there's no explicit requirement for case-by-case legislative or executive approval for liquidation. Tuesday's vote came 5 days after the Arizona Senate narrowly passed the measure 16-14, with the House concurrence now secured. The bill advances Governor Hobbs, who has until July 1st to act. And then they show a chart about New Hampshire, Texas, and now Arizona, which is pretty much the basis of what's going on. New Hampshire, interesting because don't nobody talk about New Hampshire. It's a whole lot of shit, and I think we went deep in live maybe like a year or so ago about New Hampshire. And how you do a lot of shit over there in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Texas literally got their own stock market that's about to launch, right? And they got a $10 million strategic Bitcoin reserve, and they signed that to law. What was that? A couple of days ago. And now Arizona. So they're like, we're going to take from the criminals, take the Bitcoin, and we're going to put it in a private wallet and just keep it safe and keep it out of harm's way. That's wild, fam. That's wild.
So the governor, like, yeah, we're gonna take it. We'll cease it though. We'll cease it all day long. Yeah. We're not gonna do the reserve thing. Nah.
So she got until the 1st to enact it, to sign it. You think she's gonna sign it?
I think so. I think she makes. I don't know. It's grimy as fuck. I mean, it would be stupid to sign it with everything we know that's getting ready to happen, though. I would think the governor would be in the know with that regulations is coming. So honestly, yeah, I don't think she would. I don't think it's smart to sign it. So I mean, if she does sign it, I mean, she just is it a he or a she? They got a female?
Katie Hobbs. Yeah.
Oh, Katie slow.
Listen, if she signs it, the state will need to finalize its custody framework for deposits.
Katie girl, you making us look bad now.
Why?
They don't want us in positions of leadership already, Katie, and you acting stupid. Come on, Katie. Katie, please do better.
Listen, it's all about the money, fam. It's all about the money. It's all about the cash.
So it's more cash if you buy it and put it in your reserves. You get more. You gonna have more money than just trying to take everybody's shit.
Well, they got, I guess they're like, no, it's criminal money, so we gotta keep it over here. It's like when they seize cash and cars from the criminals, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna keep it over here, but we're gonna auction it off later.
She's trying to
auction those cars off later.
Trying to hit them drug dealers because drug dealers they transact through Bitcoin too. So she's trying to hit them
DC Wang said they paying her in Bitcoin. Well, there you go.
It
says while no official timeline has been announced, depending on regulatory implementation and asset forfeiture proceedings, the first contributions of seized crypto could be begin in late 2025. Okay. So later this year, when everything is
So
passed.
she's ready to start taking it like ace. I'm getting off the internet. I'm done for today. I'm done. That article right there, I'm done. I'm done with news for today. Unless it's regulations. That is crazy. That's some crazy shit. Yeah.
It's pretty wild, fam. It's pretty wild.
Fucking scammer, Katie. Fuck you, Katie.
you just sit back and think about it, like, damn, like
it's fucked up, gang. Fuck you, Katie. Yeah, fuck Katie, guys. If you're in Arizona, fuck your governor.
Damn.
Katie stole the election. Oh, she cheated. Cause I'm trying to figure out why the hell the people in Arizona voted for her.
She cheated.
I don't know. I don't live in Arizona. I don't know what the fuck going on out there. Too hot for me. Way too. Hey, y'all better get hip to Flare. Whatever Aqua and Dragon Emperor talking about in these comments over here on TikTok, I hope y'all paying attention because they done gave y'all some game. I was been looking at it the whole time. I just ain't say nothing. But they gave y'all some game. I hope y'all was looking at their comments. It's literally money in the chat, gang. It's literally money in the chat.
Yep.
Aqua said 1000% game. Yeah. All right, y'all. Yeah, I hope y'all was paying attention because they put some that was some money in there. That was some free money. Yeah, free 99. But yeah, y'all, before we hop off, we do got a class, Digital Banking Made Simple Part 1 and 2. So y'all already know we're going over that on the 29th. So get into that class. Shit happening fast. They just sitting here telling you that they want to get both these bills to Trump desk by before the August recess. So y'all don't have a lot of time. Y'all need to have an exit strategy. Y'all need to be already planning for some of your profits to be making more money for you. Your money needs to be making money for you. Get into that class. We're simplifying it. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate everybody being here. Listen to Aqua. He said, buy as much Flare as possible. That's not financial advice. Do your homework. All right. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all when some news drop.
Yeah, we'll see y'all when some news drop. And if you missed yesterday's call, there's another call at 4 p.m. free call to learn how to become your own bank through insurance. So if you want the link to that, just just hit me up and I'll send you the Zoom link. It's at 4:00 Eastern Standard Time.
For sure. So yeah, everything link is in the bio. Make sure y'all check the link out in the bio. Trying to get in the Telegram, get the class, all that link is in the bio. Same thing on YouTube. Link is in the bio. Yep. All right, y'all.